Welcome back, students. In the previous lecture we have started our discussion about Ampere circuit law. We have gone through the expression of the Ampere circuit law. We'll revise this in the next 15 or 50 seconds or 1 minute, and then we'll proceed. So Ampere circuit law has given the expression that closed line integral of magnetic field intensity over a line is equal to current enclosed by that particular loop. So it is similar to the Gauss law in the electrostatic. We have gone through this expression also. Then applying certain mathematical identities and applying Stokes theorem, we got h bar dot dl bar is equal to del cross h bar dot ds bar, and finally I enclosed is equal to j bar dot ds bar. So we have compared these expressions and we came to the final conclusion del cross h bar is equal to j bar, and this del cross h bar is equal to j bar is another point form of the Maxwell's equation, and this Maxwell's equation we have received from Ampere circuit law. We understood this thing also, del cross E bar, that is electric field intensity curl is 0, but magnetic field intensity curl is not equal to 0. That means magnetic field is not conservative, but as we will process I am going to say that magnetic flux is conserved, but right now that's not the point to be discussed. So del cross h bar is not equal to 0, that means h bar is not conservative. This is the thing we have studied. Now we'll proceed our discussion about next point in the unit is the same slide. So next point in the unit, magnetic flux density and Maxwell's equation. Now once again I will take you back, because finding analogy and comparing this is a very easy thing that you can do. Now when we have studied electrostatic, we have gone through electric field intensity E bar and magnetic flux density, electric flux density D bar. So we have certain expressions like E bar and D bar, these fields in electrostatic field. Similar to that, if I compare H bar, what is H bar? H bar is magnetic field intensity, and what is B bar now? B bar is called magnetic flux density, and that's what we are going to study today, that how magnetic flux density is represented and what is the relationship between. Once again, if you find it in the analogical way, or if you try to just correlate it with the thing which we have already studied, this becomes a very easy part for you to understand. The magnetic flux density B bar is similar to the electric flux density D bar. Okay, very good. So if it is similar, then there may be certain mathematical expression which can correlate. Now you already know that D bar is equal to epsilon E bar. I hope you already know. If D bar is equal to epsilon E bar in free space, the magnetic flux density capital B bar is related to the magnetic field intensity H bar according to, what is the relation by which they are related? So B bar is equal to mu 0 H bar. See, here it is epsilon 0, here it is mu 0, here it is D bar is replaced by B bar, E bar is replaced by H bar. Are you finding certain analogy between them? So they are not directly related, but the Maxwell's relation has given certain relation between these, that we will see. But see, D bar is equal to epsilon E bar and B bar is equal to mu 0 H bar. What is epsilon? Epsilon is a permittivity of free space. And what is mu 0? Mu 0 is called permeability. What is the difference between permittivity? Ability to have for the existence of electric field. And what is permeability? Ability to have the existence of magnetic field. So permittivity and permeability are two different things. So epsilon 0 and mu 0, that we have gone through. Mu 0 is a constant and known as permeability of free space, whose value for the free space is given by 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7 Henry per meter. So just try to understand this magnetic flux density B bar is equal to mu 0 H bar, and mu 0 we have understood that 4 pi into 10 raised to minus 7, that is the constant value. So what will be the nature of B bar? What will be the nature of H bar? So let's say a certain current carrying conductor. Now see, the precise definition of magnetic field density in terms of magnetic force will be given in next chapter, so we'll see that. Magnetic flux lines to the straight wire and current coming out of the page. Now see, try to understand. Okay, hold your right hand about this particular diagram. Okay, with this arrowhead, your hand should be in such a way that your fingers should be in this direction. The curled finger should be in the direction of this particular thing. Then your thumb will come in towards you. The thumb is coming outside of the plane of paper, it is approaching towards you. So I indicates, what is that? Magnetic flux line due to straight wire with the current coming out of the page. So the current direction is given by this circle with a dot. We already seen this concept in the Biot-Savart law. Circle with a dot means current or flux is coming outside, and here these directions of these lines or these magnetic lines of a forces is nothing but B bar. So magnetic field intensity or magnetic flux density, how it can be related. So if you just hold your right hand in the inside this figure, on this figure with the thumb facing towards you, the curled finger will indicate the direction of magnetic field. That thing we already discussed. So the magnetic flux through the surface, yes, if I am talking about any surface, yes, and magnetic flux coming out of the surface, psi is equal to surface integral b bar dot ds bar. If it is b bar dot ds bar, there must be certain mathematical expression in the vectors to relate these things. Yes, do we have this? Yes. So the magnetic flux phi is in Webers. Remember this thing. Electric flux was measured in coulombs. Magnetic flux is measured in Webers, and magnetic flux density is a Weber per meter square. So magnetic flux density is represented in Weber per meter square or Teslas. The magnetic flux line is the path. What is that? Magnetic flux line is the path to which B bar is tangential at every point in the magnetic field. Remember this, in magnetic flux lines is the path. So if these are the flux line I am talking about, magnetic flux line is a circulating nature, to which B bar is always tangential. Try to understand the tangential nature. Tangential nature means this way, this direction, this direction, this direction. Finally, it is being followed the circulating nature at every point in the magnetic field. It is a line. What is this? It is a line along which needle of magnet orient itself placed in the magnetic field. So what is that? If you take, you might be having a compass. The north needle and south needle, they are generally oriented in the direction, something like that. So it is a line along which needle of the magnet orient itself you place in the magnetic field. So this is nothing but a magnetic flux density of the direction of magnetic flux density. Then if we desire to have isolated magnetic field, this is very important concept to understand. Now let's have a certain magnet with the north pole and south pole. Let's cut it down into two pieces, just like visible to you. Still I am having north and south. If I cut it further in 4 pieces, still I am having north and south. If I further cut it into 8 pieces, still north and south. What I mean to say, I cannot separate south pole from north pole, and that's the reason why we say that magnetic monopole does not exist. If that is so, I am having a south pole and north pole. Even if I cut magnet into infinitesimal small part, I am having certain magnetic lines of forces coming from north to south. Inside magnet is going from south to north, but outside magnet they are coming from north to south, something like this. Okay, so anyways, if I am having this kind of a circulating nature, see, north to south and then south to north, so it is having circulating nature, so it is rotational, it is not irrotational, and that's why del cross H bar is not equal to 0, it's equal to J bar. We understood that particular thing. So if we desire to have an isolated magnetic pole by dividing a magnetic bar successively into 2, and we end up with the pieces that is involving north and south poles, we find it is impossible to separate north pole from south pole. It is highly impossible. Even you have studied this concept in the basic science of your 8th standard. An isolated magnetic charge does not exist. This is the important thing. So magnetic monopole or isolated magnetic charge does not exist in nature. If that is so, what I can do? The total flux through a closed surface on the magnetic flux must be 0. Yes or no? If I am having a south pole and north pole, and if I am having the nature something now to south to north, even if I cut it into the small pieces, definitely the flux through the closed surface of the magnetic field must be 0. That means if I enclose a magnet with certain surface, I am not going to get any flux line, because the flux is not getting diverged outside. So it is starting from north, ending with the south, inside a magnet from south to north. So it is having circulating nature even if I cut it into chops into the small pieces. That means closed surface integral of this b bar dot ds bar definitely equal to 0. So the closed surface integral b bar dot ds bar is equal to 0. This equation referred to as law of conservation of magnetic flux or Gauss law for magnetic field. Do you remember? D bar dot ds bar equal to q in case of Gauss law. What Gauss law has stated? That total flux radiated around any closed surface is exactly equal to what? Is exactly equal to the charge enclosed by that surface. If that is so, I am talking about magnetic flux. The closed surface of b bar dot ds bar is equal to 0. Since no flux will be radiated by this closed surface, or we cannot measure a flux over a closed surface, since magnetic monopole does not exist, there will be always source point and sink point. Okay, and this equation is referred to as law of conservation of magnetic flux or Gauss law and magnetostatic field. Although the magnetostatic field is not conservative, magnetostatic field is not conservative, magnetic flux is conserved. Magnetic flux is conserved. Okay, so magnetic field is not conservative. That del cross H bar is not equal to 0. but magnetic flux, I'm talking about psi, is conserved. That means it is having certain direction which will not come out, the flux will not come out even if I close it with a closed surface. Now finally we'll apply the divergence theorem here. So closed surface integral of b bar dot ds bar is equal to volume integral del dot b bar dv. B bar dot ds bar equal to del dot b bar dv, and we already know del dot b bar, if b bar dot ds bar is also equal to 0, del dot b bar is equal to 0. So this is another Maxwell's equation in the point form. So this is fourth Maxwell's equation. We'll try to see in the next lecture the 4 Maxwell's equation in the point form, which may be asked in the examination too, right? So that's the important slide. Only one slide of this particular thing is remaining, then we will go for the next particular point in this unit. So this is equation is called the fourth Maxwell's equation. So we'll stop our discussion right now. So when we'll see those Maxwell's equation in the point form in the next video lecture, then we'll try to understand it in the further details. Thank you very much and happy learning.